In this video, you'll discover the 5 mistakes to avoid when transitioning from corporate to coaching. And if you stay until the end of the video, I'll share with you a simple strategy to get your first paying coaching client in the next 30 days. So let's dive right in. The first mistake to avoid is wasting too much time getting ready to launch. I see this with so many people transitioning from corporate to coaching. They feel like they need to go get a coaching certification or get their business card picked out or their logo or their branding or their website done. Yes, one day, someday, those things do matter, but in the first 30 to 90 days of launching your business, none of that matters. In fact, the first year of launching my coaching business, I didn't have a website. I didn't have a logo. I didn't have a business card or any of that. So what I don't want you to do is to waste too much time getting ready to get ready. That's what we call getting ready to launch. It's where you're procrastinating, you're overanalyzing, you're literally, you've got paralysis by analysis. This is the worst place to start. Why? Because the people that you will serve, they have the problems that you need to help solve now. They are looking for help and a solution now, not 6 months from now, not a year from now. They need that support today. And so I want you to operate from a place of urgency, not a place of scarcity, but a place of urgency of why are you doing this in the first place? Yes, I'm sure you're doing it personally to transition, to have more freedom and make more impact and make more money, of course. And what about the people that need your coaching and consulting now? So I want that to motivate you because I don't want you to revisit this video a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, stuck in the same place. So that's the first mistake to avoid. The second mistake to avoid is thinking that you need a certification to become a successful business coach or consultant. This happens for many people because when you transition into something new, it feels unfamiliar, it feels uncertain. And even if you have quite a years of experience in corporate or in your job, it feels kind of scary at times to charge for your coaching. And so a lot of reason why certifications have become so popular in an unregulated industry where certifications are not required is because people struggle with the imposter syndrome. They don't feel smart enough or gifted enough. And so because of that, they go and say, okay, if I go get that certification, I'll have the credentials. I'll have the letters at the end of my name for people to believe me. I've been coaching for 10 years. Over 10 years, I've helped thousands of coaches launch and scale their business. I can count on one hand how many people have asked if I've been certified. Literally, over thousands of clients, less than 5 people have ever asked me, what are my certifications? Where did I get certified? What are my credentials? What they cared more about was my expertise, my knowledge, and the likelihood of me helping them get a result. And so that's going to be the same for you. Here's what I believe. Is there a time and place for certification? Sure. If you are a 22-year-old life coach and you have very little life experience and you're charging, a lot for life coaching, then yeah, and you have no idea how to coach, then sure, go get a coaching certification. I think that would be really useful. But if you have 10, 20, 30 years of experience in your career and you're transitioning and you're leveraging that 10, 20, 30 years of mastery into your coaching, you're not going into something totally different. You're going into something that you've already have a level of mastery in. Do you really need a certification? No, you don't. Now, I get it. If you're in corporate, you think that you need the certifications because that's what corporate America and that's what our education system has convinced us to believe. But as long as you have a proven process, as long as you understand what you're going to do and what you're going to help your clients with, you do not need that. And all that's going to do is cost you more money, waste you more time, and prolong your ability to help people. So do not make this mistake. I see it happen over and over again. Listen, I am a believer in mastering your craft. Yes, I want you to be the best coach you can possibly be. And at the right time, maybe a certification can help you with that. But imagine going to get certified, but then not knowing how to generate leads or not knowing how to get clients. That's where most graduates of coaching certifications come. Like they come to us, come to me and Fearless Coach Academy because they've gotten a certification or two. They've been trained on how to coach, but they have no idea how to generate leads. They have no idea how to make offers. They have no idea how to package their coaching. They have no idea how to scale their business. Coaching certifications don't teach you that stuff. Even if they say that they do, they don't. They just don't have the bandwidth to teach you all that. So I highly recommend you avoid making that second mistake. The third mistake is neglecting your network or ignoring your network or relationship capital. You see, we live in the age of online marketing, so it's very sexy today to want to generate leads from TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube, and all of those things can work. But if you've already got expertise, if you already have a network who knows, likes, and trusts you, it's most likely that your first coaching client or your next coaching client is going to come from your existing network. And so what you don't want to do is ignore that. You don't want to feel uncomfortable sharing with your network that you've decided to launch a coaching business. You don't want to only look at online. Yes, you want to consider online. Yes, it's important to have a funnel and have an email system and start building your audience online. For sure, that's going to help you change more lives. But if you already have this relationship capital, why not leverage it? Why not reach out to your network and start doing some market research interviews? I've done other videos on that, and I'll actually mention in a moment how to learn more about that strategy at the very end of this video. So keep watching. But do you need to have a bunch of systems online and run paid ads the first month or two of launching your coaching business? No, you need to have some conversations with people in your network in an ethical way. And what you'll find is some of them will at least refer others to you, or they very well may become a coaching client of yours. In fact, one of my students, Neil Livingstone, who's a business consultant from Australia, we taught him this strategy of how he can approach his network in a non-salesy way. And he literally generated $100,000 in the first 30 days of us working together. In the first month, he added an additional 6 figures to his coaching business. Why? Now, he wasn't starting at zero. This was somebody who's already successful. He already had a $500,000 a year consulting business. But what he wasn't doing appropriately was leveraging that relationship capital. And once we taught him exactly how to do that, which I'll share with you at the end of this video, 6 figures was generated very quickly in his business. If you want to hear his story personally, just click up here and check it out in the corner. You can watch his video. The fourth mistake I want you to avoid when transitioning from corporate to coaching is pricing your coaching services too low. Now, let's talk about what your goal is, because most people, not everyone, but most people want to transition from corporate to coaching. They want to make that transition, and if they could replace their income fully, they want to do coaching full time. They want to have the freedom to be a more present spouse. They want to have the freedom to be available and connected to their kids and be more involved with their family or have more time for their hobbies and their passions. They don't want to have to be in the office 50, 60 hours a week. So if that's the goal, then you've got to be strategic of what you're charging. And if you're working in corporate and you're already making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, $400,000 a year, then let's look at the numbers, because you're not going to replace that income by charging $100 a session or even $200 a session, right? You've got to start putting some packages together that are high ticket. And the mistake that I see is because we start something new, it feels unfamiliar, it feels insecure, we shoot too low and we charge way too low. And so I've actually got a separate training video on how to appropriately price your coaching, but you really want to think about that. On average, what I'd like to see is if you've got some experience in your network and you've got a level of mastery, then charging at least $3,000 minimum for your coaching is where you want to start. Because think about this, if you charge $3,000 for a 90-day program and you got 4 clients in the first month, which our student Rachel did, that's $12,000 right there. That's a $150,000 run rate for your year. Imagine getting 4 clients a month. That's it. At $3,000 a piece, that's $150,000, about $144 to be exact. Now, again, do you need that many clients? No, you can do less clients if you charge more. And you also can break the time for money trap by start thinking strategically about group coaching, leverage group coaching, instead of just one-on-one. But I just want you to consider not making the mistake of charging by the hour or charging too low. That's the 4th mistake you want to avoid. The 5th mistake is falling for the field of dreams fallacy. The field of dreams fallacy comes from that great baseball movie in the 1980s that was led by Kevin Costner. And the beautiful slogan from that movie was, if you build it, they will come. If you build the baseball diamond in the cornfields, then all the players will come and the fans will flock and the farm will be saved. And it was a beautiful movie, one of my favorite movies as a kid. But in real life, in entrepreneurship, not Hollywood, but entrepreneurship, that is the biggest fallacy. Because if you build it, they will not come. They need to know that it's there. If you just say, I'm a coach, or hey, I launched a website, come buy my services, and then you hear crickets, that's entrepreneurship. So instead, you want to build the skills to know how to generate consistent leads every single day like clockwork. Now, that may be an entirely new skill you're learning. Maybe you're advanced and you know how to do that, but most people transitioning from corporate to coaching have no idea how to do that. So yes, you want to master your craft. Yes, you want to make the most incredible program. You want to develop the most incredible signature coaching program. And you want to make sure you become a student of marketing, sales, and systems and know how to make it rain. Because if you don't know how to make it rain and generate leads, then it will be a long and hard struggle. And I do not want that. So that's the fifth and final mistake to avoid when transitioning from corporate to coaching. If you want to know how to do that, how to break that fallacy and actually become more effective in getting clients online, then check out this video up here, which is called How to Get Clients Online. Very clear. It reveals my 4-step roadmap for doing that. Now, if you're wanting to discover the fastest way to replace your corporate salary as a coach, then comment freedom below. And what I will do is my team will share with you a link to watch that video because that will accelerate this transition. And especially now that you know how to avoid these 5 mistakes when making the transition. Before I wrap up this video, I have a quick favor to ask. Only 29%, I just recently noticed, of people that watch these videos are subscribed to my channel, and that is way too low. So if you've gotten value from this video, any previous video, or a future video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. That allows me to help more people and make more videos like this. I'm going to increase the production and the editing of these videos going forward, which I'm really, really excited about, so keep an eye out for that, and it would just help me. So that's my favor that I request. And as promised, I said that I would share with you at the very end how to get your first paying coaching client. Well, once you subscribe, make sure to check out my next video up here, which is called How to Get Your First Paying Coaching Client. It'll walk you through the strategy that I teach, that Neil followed to generate 6 figures in his coaching business, that Rachel followed to generate 12 grand in 30 days. It's incredible. So click up here, watch that video. My name is Peter Scott, reminding you to be here, act now, and fear less.